Did you know the average driver spends over $2,000 a year just to keep fuel in their tank? That's exactly why a simple claim about a $3 can of hardware store acetone has fascinated car owners for decades. According to many YouTube videos, adding a tiny amount of pure acetone to your fuel tank can boost fuel economy by 10%, 20%, 30%, or even more on older engines. But is it a genuine fuel-saving breakthrough, or just another automotive myth that refuses to disappear? In today's video, we are putting this controversial fuel hack under the microscope. We will examine the science, the claims, the risks, and what real-world testing reveals. And most importantly, I will share the results of my own acetone experiment on a 2011 Toyota Camry, including whether it actually improved fuel economy or if the internet got this one completely wrong. Let's dive in. Section 1. How enthusiasts started to use acetone. To understand where this legend comes from, you have to look at the massive shifts in automotive history. In 1973, the OPEC oil embargo caused gas prices in the US to skyrocket by 350% almost overnight. Drivers were desperate. At the time, cars relied entirely on mechanical carburetors, which were wildly inefficient by today's standards. Those old carbureted engines waste up to 30% of every gallon of gas due to poor fuel vaporization. Hobbyist chemists and hypermilers started experimenting with volatile organic compounds to try and force gasoline to burn cleaner. By the time the internet age arrived in the late 1990s and early 2000s, legendary forum posts and viral emails formalized the exact recipe, adding a tiny 0.2% concentration of acetone to a tank of gas. And here is the wildest part. The underlying science they used to justify it wasn't completely made up. Section 2. How acetone works inside the combustion chamber. It all comes down to fluid mechanics and a property called surface tension. Pure gasoline has a surface tension of roughly 31.4 millijoules per square meter at room temperature. Because of this cohesive force, when a fuel injector sprays gasoline, the liquid tends to clump into microscopic droplets. The problem with large droplets is thermal efficiency, meaning the outer layer burns, but the inner core remains unburnt and gets blasted straight out your exhaust pipe as wasted energy. But watch what happens when you introduce acetone. Pure acetone has a very low surface tension of about 23.9 millijoules per square meter. Peer-reviewed automotive engineering studies have proven that blending just a fraction of acetone into petrol breaks the liquid clusters apart and drops the fuel's surface tension down to around 24.7 millijoules per square meter. That is an instant 21% reduction in surface tension. Because the surface tension is broken, that's why the fuel atomizes into a hyperfine microscopic mist. More surface area means faster flame propagation. In fact, laboratory testing shows that adding acetone can increase the laminar flame speed of the air-fuel mixture from 33 centimeters per second up to 42.5 centimeters per second. That means a faster, more complete explosion inside your cylinder. Section 3. The carbon cleaning factor. There is a second reason people notice an immediate performance bump: heavy-duty carbon cleaning. Over 20,000 miles, sticky varnishes choke your fuel injectors. If an injector's spray pattern is distorted by just 10%, then your fuel economy can drop by 11% because the gas is not atomizing. Acetone is an aggressive, high-purity solvent. When it runs through your fuel rail at a 0.2% dilution, it systematically breaks down those baked-on carbon gums. It cleans the injector tips and strips carbon off the intake valves. So when people swear their car runs smoother, they are not imagining it, but they are not supercharging the engine either. Section 4. Personal testing results. Now, I wanted to see if the cleaning effect was legit, so I ran a controlled test on my own 14-year-old daily Toyota Camry. I used the standard conservative ratio, 2 ounces of pure acetone per 10 gallons of fuel, across 3 full tanks of gas. To make the test as fair as possible, I drove my normal routes, used the same gas station whenever possible, and tracked fuel economy carefully. And the results were fascinating. During the first tank of gas, my fuel economy barely budged. But as I got into the second and third tanks, right after what we call the cleaning phase, the numbers shifted. I noted a 10% improvement in fuel economy and a noticeably smoother engine idle. My car sat at stoplights without a single shudder, and I was squeezing an extra 30 to 35 miles out of the tank. But let's be entirely honest about why this happened. Did the acetone unlock magical energy properties in the gasoline? Absolutely not. My car has over 120,000 miles on the odometer, meaning my fuel injectors were overdue for a deep clean. The acetone simply acted as a high-powered flushing agent, clearing out the restrictive carbon deposits on the injector tips and restoring my engine back to its original factory efficiency. I didn't create a hypercar, I just fixed a dirty one. Section 5. How to use acetone. First, buy only pure acetone instead of nail polish remover, which contains roughly 10% water and various synthetic oils that will instantly trash a fuel pump. The classic hypermiler ratio is to add 2 to 3 ounces of pure acetone for every 10 gallons of fuel. That targets a microscopic 0.15% to 0.25% blend. Always add acetone to the fuel tank before filling up to ensure proper mixing, and use it consistently at every fill-up for the cumulative cleaning effect. Section 6. Which engines seem to benefit the most from acetone? One pattern that repeatedly appears in enthusiast testing is that older engines seem more likely to show noticeable improvements than newer engines. Vehicles built before the widespread adoption of advanced direct fuel injection systems often have less precise fuel atomization, making them theoretically more likely to benefit from any fuel property changes caused by acetone. Older port-injected engines from the 1980s, 1990s, and early 2000s are frequently mentioned by drivers who report smoother operation and modest fuel economy gains. High-mileage engines also appear to be among the most responsive candidates. As injectors accumulate deposits over 100,000 miles or more, fuel spray patterns can become less than ideal. Some drivers believe acetone's solvent properties help clean minor deposits and varnish inside the fuel system, resulting in a smoother idle and improved throttle response. This may explain why older vehicles often report more noticeable changes than newer vehicles with cleaner fuel systems. Carbureted engines are often cited as another category that may benefit more than modern direct injection engines. Carburetors generally produce larger fuel droplets than modern injectors, so any improvement in fuel atomization could theoretically have a greater effect. By contrast, the smallest benefits are typically reported in modern gasoline direct injection engines. Modern vehicles use electronic control units that are linked to wide-band oxygen sensors. These sensors monitor the exhaust chemistry down to the millisecond, and ECU adjusts fuel trims up to 100 times per second. If a splash of acetone makes the fuel burn slightly faster, the ECU instantly detects the shift in oxygen levels and recalibrates the fuel injection to normalize it. That's why the massive 30% mileage boost doesn't exist in case of gasoline direct injection engines. Any modest gain you do see is simply the result of cleaning out old gunk and restoring your car back to its original factory efficiency. Mechanic warning. Before you run out to the hardware store, you need to understand the catastrophic risks to your modern fuel system. Acetone aggressively attacks specific plastics and elastomers. Modern fuel systems use synthetic rubbers like Viton, which can handle heavy solvents. But older or budget vehicles rely on nitrile rubber or neoprene for fuel pump gaskets, injector O-rings, and fuel lines. Exposing nitrile rubber to acetone causes it to swell, degrade, and completely dissolve over time. If a fuel injector O-ring fails under 50 pounds per square inch of pressure, it will spray atomized fuel directly onto a hot engine block, which may turn your $3 fuel hack into a 2,000-degree engine fire. Section 7. The smart alternative. While the molecular physics of lowering surface tension by 21% is real, and my own testing showed a 10% gain once the engine was cleaned out. But using pure hardware store acetone to save money at the pump is a massive gamble with terrible odds. Over time, that tiny cost saving can easily be wiped out by a failed fuel line or a dissolved gasket. If you want to clean your fuel system and get that smoother idle and restored MPG safely, skip the chemical roulette. Just look for a dedicated fuel additive that contains polyetheramine. PEA is engineered specifically to target carbon deposits at temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is 100% chemically stable with every rubber, plastic, and metal component in a modern car. Have you ever tried old school fuel hacks? Or do you have a crazy mileage story? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive, and I will see you in the next video.